Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in this great wide world. It is Saturday. It is 3 o'clock. It is time for the command post. We are all back here and everything. So, how's everybody doing today? Nate, let's start with you. What's up with you now?
Good. Things are going very good. I was commenting, thinking of one of the comments I saw earlier that we're 17 episodes in to this podcast. This is amazing. This has been so much fun, and today's going to be a good show. But yeah, I'm doing well. School started, so it's first week's been utter chaos, but a good chaos. So, but I shared it on our Facebook group. And if you haven't joined the Command Post Facebook group, you should. There will be a link put into the chat so you can get to it. One of y'all have put it in. I can't put it in. It won't let me put it in.
Oh, I see. All right.
So, yeah, sorry about that. But I posted there that I decided to just figure out a game that I already knew how to play, and I could just leave it set up for as long as I need to play and come back and forth. And that was the Dark Valley, the entire Eastern Front. I found somebody on BGG had went through and found all of the historical deployments for the Germans and the Soviets for Barbarossa. Because the game doesn't come with it. It comes with basically you can set up units wherever you want on the front line. And I wanted what actually was on the 22nd of June, 1941. So I found that. And I want to try it. So yeah, it'll be fun, but doing well. Ruff, what's going on with you?
Just looking at the chat there. There's somewhere in New York. It come out look like Adirons. Where the hell's that?
Adirondack.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say. Yeah. Crikey, you got some weird names. Well, how's it going? Not too bad. You'll be shocked. I've put away Fields of Fire. Gone quiet, and it's gone quiet.
I'm lost for words.
I'm about ready to yep.
Everybody and his dog is doing it. You've got Grantos doing it still. You've got Agility Snips doing it. You've got Aaron doing it. You've got Tweeds doing it. I thought, no, I'll get out something, and I'm having a look at this. I've not played it. I've had it a little while. Solo game.
Oh, Storm of Steel. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm having a look at that. It's on the table now. We're going to be going through the rules tomorrow and just see how that goes. I've got to get some videos out because people think I'm dead. So
that's the one that you got the corrected cards and everything for as well.
Yeah. I mean, Compass Games must have sent them to Second Chance. That was great, and Second Chance posted them onto me. So yeah, it was all well that ends well.
They did.
And again, I just want to say, bit of a sad week, isn't it, with Dolly?
Oh, not only Dolly, but Tim Curry.
Tim as well. Tim Curry
and the guy that played Optimus Prime.
Oh, the voice.
The voice of Optimus Prime.
Yes.
It was rough. They were all Tim Curry and Dolly were the same day, if I remember right.
They were friends as well, and I think he told friends and family to put off the announcement of his death so it didn't clash with Dolly's. That's how good a friend he was. Yeah, evidently. I'm not just hearsay that I heard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is really sad, Mike. Yeah.
Oh.
Tony,
what's going on in your life?
Well, as with you, school started again this week, which is always fun. And I was trying to play more games, and I would come home and just veg in front of the TV because it drains you. It's not physically demanding, but mentally, it's just getting back into the rhythm of stuff. So, I
felt the same thing.
Yeah. I started doing the Whatever Wednesday, and I was playing Fortune and Glory, and I wanted to get another one out for this last Wednesday, and yeah, that just didn't happen.
Whatever Wednesday, like not a war game Wednesday.
No, it's Whatever Wednesday, Ruff. Not a war game Wednesday. It's Whatever Wednesday. Let's get it right. So yeah, just been busy. I have been playing. I've been continuing to play Combat Commander Vietnam with Mitch. And I'm to the point where I really don't care about the scenarios in Combat Commander. The random scenario generator, I think, is the gold of any of the combat commanders. The scenarios themselves are okay at best. They're historic, but the random scenario generator creates a great storyline, a lot of fun. So we did one of the scenarios, and I was kind of like, eh. And then we've started a random scenario generator, and I'm loving it. I'm the Arvin, he's the NVA, and we're having a blast with it. So I'm attacking him with gunships, he's attacking me with different stuff. So yeah, it's been fun with that one. So and I'm starting. I actually created some counters and stuff for a game that we will be talking about. So I'm going to do that. So yep.
They're saying in the chat we're not allowed to mention the word beginning with S. What is it to do with spiders or something else?
I think so. I think I remember one show, it kind of devolved into spiders in the chat, and it was, not a fan of spiders.
Of course, they spent the last 5 minutes putting silly words beginning with S.
S words, yeah. I'm like, just remember, we're not allowed to talk about anything that starts with an S. Sandwiches. Oh, sandwiches. We did
sandwiches.
Yeah. Sandwiches. Yep.
Yeah.
We never talked about sardines. Ruff doesn't know what sunshine is, and
no, we've had our
no over there in England. No,
we've had our 2 weeks. Thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
surfing,
it.
I could see Ruff on a surfboard.
Not for long.
Soup, SWAT,
now,
soliloquies. Learn it.
Now, if you want something board game related, there is Shoots and what is it? Spiders and there's a different name for Shoots and Ladders.
Snakes and spiders. Snakes and ladders.
Snakes and ladders, we call it.
Snakes and ladders. Yeah, I was thinking of spiders and ladders. I'm like, no, it's snakes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know somebody said it already. Sorry, Tony. Somebody said it already. But everybody, hope you're having a great time. Lock and load.
Yeah. So, and this time, Nordic, you are correct. You did not derail what we've got going on here.
No, he normally not derails, sinks us in the gutter. That's what he normally does.
Oh yeah, you actually. That's a good point. Well, you know what? I'll go pull the one game. But yeah, that's actually. He's got some good games that aren't too hard. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Because, of course, we haven't got every game, so you might have some suggestions as well in the chat. So we're looking, if you want to tell them, Nate, what we're thinking of doing.
Yeah. So as Ruff put, when I saw Ruff, you posted all over, which was great. You beat me to it on Facebook. But, this is sort of a new little mini series that we are starting with the Command Post, and that is new to wargaming. Try these. And the first category of games that we're looking at is solitaire games, beginning with an S. Yes. And we thought this would be a really fun topic to look at. These are solitaire only games that we're looking at. We're not necessarily looking at 2-player games that have solitaire modes in them or multiplayer games with solitaire modes in them. So just solitaire only games. And I think as you mentioned, we don't have every solitaire game on the planet. In fact, as Ruff mentioned before the show went live in the green room, that just a couple of years ago I had 0 solitaire games, and then I have slowly worked my way into getting them.
The dark side says hello.
That's right. The dark side, yes. So this will be a very fun episode as we all go through of what kind of games, if you're new to wargaming, or if you've been in wargaming for a while, we want to expose you to some really fun solitaire games we think that you will enjoy.
I think we're mainly gearing it to people who want to dip their toe into war games. They may have played some other sort of crossy over games or not at all. These games might be a good place to start if you're thinking of having a go at this hobby.
Yep. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget, whichever place that you're watching the show, you should subscribe. And Ruff, what else should they do?
Smash that like button.
Smash the like button that way, and click the notification bell so that you will always know when the next episode of the Command Post is on. So with that, I am wearing, yes, I am wearing my Never Forget the Roman Empire shirt today because there might be some solitaire games having to do with ancient Rome. So a little apropos.
That might be good because again, as we haven't got everything, there might be games that I haven't got or Tony hasn't got, and Vicky Verkey, So yeah, be good.
You got an offer from Nordic.
I actually pulled, as I was walking over there, I pulled a couple extra ones. I'm like, I totally forgot about this.
What you do?
Because I'm like, I've been playing this other stuff and I forgot about this one and that one. And I've already seen like 3 people say games that are already on my list, and you guys probably have seen it too. So if I don't highlight your list or your game, it's probably because it's on our list.
Not giving the game away.
Yep. So no, it's been fun. So have you guys actually been playing anything? So you've got, what did you put out? Storms of Steel, right?
Yeah, I've put away Fields of Fire. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We'll get it. It's a game I'm going to get out again and again, I think. But everybody, I was going to do a video and I started and I thought, no, everybody, as I say, everybody's doing it. Grantos, doing the whole scenario. Tweez has done it. Agility Snips, I think Aaron Plays as well is doing it. So I think it's been a bit overdone for me. So as I showed earlier, I've got Storms of Steel on the table, and we'll be having a go at that. I've not played it, so I'll see how we get on with it.
Now, are you going to play it with the Stuka sound effect on your phone?
I always do. Well, no, because we are. Yes, when we go dive bombing, I may well do the sound effect like I did for the Hunters. I did the torpedo.
Well, you know what? It's kind of funny because I just got a comment on my which leader? Oh, Corsair leader, because I always do the when I'm I do that. And he said that's perfect. The sound effects were perfect. So yes, you kind of got to add him in there. I said, hey, if you don't like him, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do it. That type
of Tony, isn't it? Got to be done.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay, so
gotta do it. Oh my God, I'm seeing so many good games.
Oh, there's a lot
on the list here. There's a lot of good games. Nate, have you been playing anything?
Well, like I said, I set up the Dark Valley, and I started the first chit of the first turn.
You call them chits. You have to be very, very careful. That's why we call them counters over here. It doesn't cause any embarrassment. You had your first chit, and the people go,
well, it's a chit pull game. So
I know, but we call them counters, rather than chits. But
hi,
Jerry.
Harbor Commander. So it's one of those games where, like, I like the Russian campaign, the old Russian campaign from John Edwards, Jedko, and then the Compass redo that I have, and I like that. But it's the whole war, which I like, 41 to 45, but it's at a scale that I don't really like a lot, where it's at core and army size.
You wouldn't be able to fit it on a table if it was, because it's a huge thing anyway, isn't it?
That's why I like the Dark Valley, where it's 2 big maps and wash my hands. Oh, gosh. 2 big maps, and it's at a division scale with 20-mile hexes. So there's 800-900 counters, and I feel that that's sufficient to cover the whole Eastern Front. And plus it's a relatively easy game to play. I mean, I think if you count all the rules in the rule book, I think it's only about 16 pages to play the whole thing.
Concepts for beginners might be a bit hard to grasp.
No,
was one, Mr. Professor,
Yeah. It was one of the first games I bought, I remember, years ago. But yeah. So But that's a 2-player game. So, who's going to start? Who wants to start? Which one of us 3 wants to start with new to wargaming? Try a solitaire game. Which one? Which one of us?
Go on, Tony, you go.
Okay,
Tony,
I'll go.
why don't you jump us off with?
Okay, so I'm going to pull this. Whatever. There's no order on this. I've just got a stack over here, so I'm just going to pull them. So the first one I have is the Wars of Marcus Aurelius.
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard of that
So,
one.
This is by Hollenspiel. And I saw Blue Panther is on there because Blue Panther prints these.
Mhm.
So Blue Panther. I actually took this on a vacation because it's one of those really thin boxes.
Mhm.
Great solitaire game. I took this on vacation. It's like a card pull. You're activating different, not card pull, but there's like cards involved to activate
Yeah.
different lines as they come down. And you can tell I punched it at on vacation because I had no baggies. So I've got to go through it. And now that I see this, I've got to go through and put these in baggies. But no, great game. It's all of 11, all of 11. Did I?
I think you did. I was wondering who did it.
Yeah, I did.
Wasn't
I don't know how
me.
I did that. Okay. It's
Flippy,
not even
you up.
11 pages. But they do have the nice thing is they have bibliography and sources.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
So here we go. It's hard to see, but these are all the sources, and this is a little bit of text about it.
Cool.
The chronologically in clauses of the Marco Maniac Wars.
No, I'm looking for a game, Nordic. I can't find it because it's just coming to my head, but I can't find it. That's why I was looking.
The
around.
other nice thing
Hey,
is
Foxtrot Mike. It's good to see you.
there are card notes too. So when the cards come up,
Oh, cool.
there's little notes about what they were and things like this. So like Legio 22, and I'm gonna butcher this because I don't speak Latin. Primivirgentia, which is it talks Marcus may have transferred the legion from Upper Rhine to the Danube to solve the manpower shortage caused by war and plague. So it kind of tells you why the cards came along and everything like that. So actually, I think when you come to the rules, it's actually 7 pages of rules.
Yeah.
So, and it's tough. Like it's not easy, but it's tough. It fits the. Let's see, they did Agricola and Stilicho is the other
Cool.
one of kind of
So
the
what
series.
sort of game is it for those that I haven't played it either? So is it
So kind
States
of
of
States of
Siege?
Siege, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have like 3 different tracks. The barbarians, quote unquote, the Germans are coming down, and you're trying to keep them from reaching into your area type deal. So you're trying to prevent them.
Good point, Christoph. Can you put the chat on the screen?
Sorry, my bad. I'm usually pretty good at this.
Oh, no worries.
There we go.
No worries at all.
And then I do like to put it at big so it's easier to see, and I can do tall, wide, no, regular.
Yeah, over to the left. Over to the left.
There we go.
So it covers his face. That's it.
I forgot because last time we had a guest on, so we couldn't really have it on because of the guest.
Yeah, I kind of had to lean over a little bit, get over here. So,
but no, it's really good game. The map is really good quality. Cards are good. 12 pages of rules, 2 6-sided dice. Really nice, really easy to get into, and it's challenging. Sometimes solitaire games are a little bit more not challenging enough.
yeah,
This one's, I think, a good mix of it.
that's cool.
Yeah, but I take these little games on vacation because I can slip them in my book bag.
Yeah,
So,
nice, very cool. Ruff, what about you?
Well, the game I was looking for somebody who's not played a war game before is any of the standard combat series. I've got the original Africa, and it's about 8 pages of rules and explains lots of sort of things that go on in other war games, like zones of control and what do you call it when you run over them?
Overrun.
Overruns and things like that. Yeah. So that would have been a good one. But it's okay. It's very light. It's got a war theme. Hi, Colin. I've put it away now. Sorry. Airborne in my pocket. I've got to thank Thomas for this. He gave me a copy. It's very hard to get. It's very easy. It's pulling tiles and making up a little map, and you've got objectives or scenarios to do. So yeah, this is a great game. It's good fun. One of my favorite games. I had the print and play version, which I think you can still get on.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to mention Halls of Hegra. There's so many, but yeah, that's a great one. It's very easy to play. Play it 1 player or 2 player. but I think it came out originally as a solo game, and they've sort of bolted on a bit where some of the scenarios you use 2 people to play them.
That's
I
good.
would. Yeah,
There are
D-Day
so
Dice
many
counts. Yep.
choices.
yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, someone mentioned Ruff. I can't remember if it's on your list or not, but someone mentioned that Compass is redoing Carrier
Yes.
from Victory Games. So
Yeah.
that I've heard nothing but good about that solitaire game.
Well, I've got it because I printed it out myself and got the map printed and printed my own counters, and yeah. But it'd be nice to get a new version of it, I suppose.
Yeah, well, because there is sort of a new version. It's the Carrier Philippine Sea one.
Yeah, and that's
I
good as
believe.
well, but not for beginners.
Okay.
as
Well-
is Carrier. Carrier it's quite a complex game. It's like Tokyo Express. They're all very
Yeah.
crunchy, and that's going to put somebody off who's not played a game.
Yeah.
Go down the line. I just want to get people up. Airborne in my pocket and D-Day Dice. If it gets people playing war games, they go, well, let's try something else.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Yep, absolutely. And for mine, a solitaire game I think is great for someone who wants to get into the hobby, or even, I mean, it's really for anyone. Even if you've been in the hobby for a long time, is
American Tank Ace. Yep.
American Tank Ace. If you love tanks, Gregory Smith, he makes great solitaire games. There's a ton of games solitaire games he makes, one after another. No idea how he's able to just pump these out. But yeah, he used to be a tanker himself, so put in his experience into designing. There's American Tank Ace, there's British Tank Ace, there is German Tank Ace I believe on pre-order right now from Compass. And I'm sure there will be other versions of Tank Ace for this series. So yeah, interested in really find tanks really cool. Good solitaire game. Heard nothing but good of this. Yeah, good one.
Good point. Yeah, I'd say John said he likes crunchy. Yeah, we all like crunchy, but let's get them up to the level of crunchy. Let's get them into the hobby, I think is the thing. But yeah, crunchy's great.
And there's some games like somebody had mentioned Halls of Haggurth, and they're like if you're a Euro gamer but are looking for something to kind of get you into kind of the history war games, things like Halls of Haggurth. If you are a game player, a lot of these games are not that much harder than like a lot of the heavy Euro games, honestly.
Yeah.
Some of those heavy Euro games, I look at them and I'm like, yeah, whoa, that's more than I can. And then I look at the rule books that like Fields of Fire, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can actually handle it. So now, I think I need to give American Tank Ace another shot. I was not unhappy with it. I think Jerry kind of said this. He sent them to Noble Ace, and honestly, Western Front Ace is phenomenal. I'm not going to disagree with that. But I think I'll give American Tank Ace another shot now that it's kind of been. I'll look and see what any updates and stuff like that, and give it another shot.
The thing with solitaire only games is they're very formulistic. You follow a set pattern.
Yeah,
and that can put a lot of people off. But it has to be like that to make it solitaire, because the sort of bot that's doing all that is controlling.
Well, and the Greg Smith type of games follow that procedure through there, and it's, as you guys know, I've never played the Hunters, but I remember watching you guys years ago when you did the Hunters competition of just the stories that generate through the game of your submarine, and the same thing applies here to the tank and your commander and the crew and things like that. So
my only problem with Dragon X says Undaunted solo mode. My only problem with that is you have to buy. It doesn't come in the box.
It's another thing you have to buy. Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So that's the only reason. I don't disagree with them. Because it's a great way because it's basically hand management and dice rolling and attacking using hand management with the cards and stuff like that, because you're activating certain ones. So I definitely don't disagree with that. It's very, very good on that one. So
Tony, what's your next one on your list?
This one is also kind of a more of a narrative game, but you do have some agency, which is Picket Duty.
Oh, you like that game a lot.
I did, yeah. It's
is that good? It's a big map, isn't it? And there's lots going on. Lots going
There's lots
on.
going on because not only is it do you get hit, it's like can you put the fires out, and you have to send certain people to get fires out in certain areas, and only certain workers can work on certain areas. So it's not only is it can you avoid getting attacked, it's like if you get attacked, can you stop it from dying?
Yeah.
And what's interesting is you can do a lot of different ships and stuff, but there's one, it's the Laffey, is the one of the big ones, and it's actually in South Carolina in Charleston next to the Yorktown. It's one of the things when you go to the Patriots Points Museum, it's one that you go into. So I played this afterwards just because I got into it because I was on the Laffey. But it's really fun. It's 20-page rule book and scenario books. There's different scenarios because of different years, different periods of time. But basically, it's the kamikaze attacks against the U.S. destroyers in Okinawa around 1945, so right at the end. But yeah, there's a lot of different things going on. The artwork is phenomenal. There is the Kawasaki K1 is named after me. So it's a Tony. So I love it. They're like the Zero, Tony, Peggy, Lily, Jill. There's a bunch of other ones that's what they named them as they went through. But what's interesting is the counters for the planes are like huge. They're like large counters.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Yep. So you have to get it almost. I got a chip bowl, like what you would put a bag of chips in. I got one of those because I didn't have a big enough bowl because you pull them out of a bowl randomly. So yeah, I had to actually like pull them out of a bowl, and I had to get like a chip bowl because they're just huge. But great counters. I do like the map. It's pretty good. I really enjoy it. It's not hard. It's again, here's the scenarios, and it's got enough agency that you actually get to kind of choose and kind of help to see what happens. So,
who's the publisher again?
That's Legion.
Legion. Okay,
Legion.
And I think it's still available.
Yep.
I keep trying to get it on second chance and think, shall I go for it? Do I need another? It does look a good game, but it looks a lot going on. There's a lot of sort of what do we call it? Working out who's doing what with whom and
it's
how.
a bunch of chaos. Yeah.
Lots of chaos going on.
Now, I do want to mention Nordic mentioned there that he was looking to track down a copy of Raiders of the Deep, U-Boats of the Great War, which is the World War I version of the Hunters from Greg Smith. This is from a different designer, but know that Compass is doing a second edition deluxe version of it, so you might want to wait for that. Just wanted to let him know. Viper Dave, hey, it's good to see Viper Dave. So, Ruff, what's next on your list?
Well, I like States of Siege games where everybody's creeping down on you and things you've got to keep pushing them back and try and turn. You've only got a certain amount of sort of actions, if you like, to do things. And one I had great fun with, again, I didn't manage to do it, which I think would be a good, because it's a story as well with the cards, is Malta Besieged.
Oh man, that's been in my shopping cart a lot.
It's not a complex. There's a little bit to it, of course. You're not going to get away with and things like Airborne in My Pocket is very easy. I mean, this is a sort of little step up. Things you've got to watch out for, rules you've got to watch out for. But yes, I've trained mine now, Christoph. Anyway, but yeah, this is a good, and it comes in a sleeve. Look at that.
Very nice.
That's
He's got
cool, isn't it?
St. George's Cross, right? The medal.
The medal that the island got. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's the map. There. It's a what do you call it? Hard map. What do they call them?
Yeah, mounted map.
Mounted map. I remember the brain fart. Sorry. Yeah, and it's a really good game, and you think
it's from the lack of sunshine over there.
A lot of these games have 3 decks of cards, don't they, Tony?
Yes.
And you go through the first deck, you think, oh, That's
I'm
all right.
doing
That's
good.
all right.
I'm gonna survive, and then you don't
Yeah.
make it through halfway through the second deck.
And then yeah, the
Screw
second
you.
and third decks turn up, and it goes bonkers. Yeah. So, but yeah,
I think when
great,
I
great
did
fun.
my when I did my recent play, I lost in the second deck. I didn't even make it to the third deck. So yeah.
I think I got through the third deck, but they took Alexandra, so that was it. Game over.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like that sort of thing,
Now-
you've got to like World War II, of course. But anyway, sorry.
Well, it's the Mediterranean theater has always been my favorite theater of World War II to study and look at. What's the one thing, like, what kind of things in the game really hit that theme really well? Like, what does the game do really well?
Well,
compared
the
to
thing
others.
is, you've got the decks; they're numbered, yeah,
Mhm.
and you could put them in order and play through actual what happened at what time with the decks. And that's great to do once because then you know what's coming up.
Sure.
Normally they're shuffled. Deck one is shuffled, so you don't know what's coming up in deck one. So things might be out of sequence, but the theme is still there because, as you know, we're playing a fantasy game. Every time we chuck a dice or move a counter, that's it. We're in the realms of a historical.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's lots. There's also I like with these cards a little bit what's going on underneath. It tells you what
nice.
the card does, and then this is because Churchill said, "Oh, we've got to send these Spitfires. We can't afford to send these."
Little flavor.
Yeah, lots of but really good flavor text on it.
Good.
Really good. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that.
That's the one of the things that has put me off on some solitaire games that I've tried that have cards. Is it just has what you do, but it doesn't have any flavor on the card itself.
That would be boring. I mean, the other one of the English Civil War, much also by Worthington, I think, whose name escapes me.
Cruel Necessity
has the 3-deck thing again, and you can play it through order to get the history of the English Civil War and how it all how it all progressed.
Yeah,
but you shuffle them up, and it tells you exactly what's going on because you've got religion involved in there as well as the Scots being a bit naughty, and you've got all this sort of thing. So
what are the Scots not being naughty?
Well, to us English, or I say to the English, I mean, I've got to remember my DNA says
I say this as a Scottish heritage, so
yeah, I've got to, the Irish as well, and I can't say a lot now because even though I'm in England, I just had the DNA done, and I'm 47% Irish, so I can't. I top of the morning and all that malarkey. So and Welsh, got Welsh and Scottish and English, all that, of course. My ancestors have been on these islands, shall we say, for 2,000 years, long time. So yeah, but yeah, everything's happening, and again, you're trying to push with Malta. You've got all this, you've got the Air Force, the Italian Air Force trying to attack you. You've got to push them back. You've got things going on at other places. It's really, really quite good. You have to sort of think what you're going to use your points. You only get a certain amount of points, you see, per turn. So yeah, great game.
That's cool. Yeah, I've heard good things about these small box travel games that they make.
Yeah, I'm trying. I have trouble paying for them. I'll be honest with you. They are, for what it looks like you get. I'm like,
you might get one or two plays out of it, but
yeah, maybe it should be more than that. But I don't know. It just I don't know. Yeah, I keep tossing that one back and forth of whether I really want to get one of those. If I can get a cheap copy of something, we can do that.
Like
I have
the retail value might not be.
I don't know for sure, but yep. Irish Freedom. This one's an interesting one because you halfway through you switch.
Oh.
The Irish Freedom. So yeah, you don't want to get like too far ahead because then they actually come to hurt you though.
So for my next one, a good friend of the show of the Command Post. I know all of us have had great interactions with him as we met him, and he just seems to put out game after game after game. One of them, Ruff, you recently played at, I forgot the name of the convention you were at.
PunchCon.
PunchCon, that's it. And that is almost any game from Thomas Van Hare for
I was going to show
Flight. I think what's the drone game?
Oh, drones. Yeah. I know which one I've got it. Or
Yeah, he has a game on
War of
drones in the Ukraine
War of
war.
Drones,
Yeah,
drones,
that-
yeah, something like that.
They look very heavy, but
Mhm.
2/3 of that is background information and history.
Game
Game of
of
Thrones. Yes, thank you.
Game
Thank
of
you.
Thrones, yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah, most of it is background. Most of it is like he provides the history of what's going on, and then also if you can do if you want is he provides all the counters and the maps and everything in the book, so you can just print it out and yourself, or you could order the whole thing from Blue Panther. It's all printed and ready, and then you can play it. Oh, nice, Mike.
yeah, I'm one of the
I'm on
counters.
there too, by the way. I'm on one of the counters too. Just
I'm on
yeah.
Lysander, one of the pilots. They're great games. They're not too complicated. I would recommend. I'd see Mike Lambo. I'm not sure if it's complexity wise comparing the two guys. I think they're pretty similar, aren't they? The complexity.
Yeah, I would say the complexity wise, I think they're almost.
So I recommend them. He's got loads of them, but they're all sort of aircraft based. That's because Thomas is an aircraft historian. So
Yeah,
his stuff is all air based.
and Christoph, I'm right there with you. The U2 game really fascinates me. I tell you, one of my favorite movies ever is Bridge of Spies with Tom Hanks about.
That's a good film.
I
the
played
Ukraine-
The guy that plays the spy, the English actor, fantastic. He was a big
Yeah.
Frenchie
Oh yes,
giant.
yes. Great
Oh,
movie,
yeah.
by the way. Great movie. I played in school. Everyone, like, if I have time, that's one of the ones I played during Cold War.
Yeah.
It's really good. Gary Powers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently he was shunned when he came back
Correct.
because he was supposed to kill himself and he let himself get caught instead. Yep.
Yep. And he ended up being a reporter in Vietnam, and I believe he died in Vietnam.
Yeah.
But yeah, the U2 program is fascinating.
It is. And sorry, Bumsies has mentioned the fact that this one is one of the thicker, goes on a bit. Maybe one of the other games might be a bit better for
Sure.
beginners
Yeah.
like that. And
There's a Lysander one, right?
that's great. That is.
Yeah. So
You have to drop off spies and things and pick up
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And drop off stuff. Yeah, it's good.
cool.
And that
Yeah,
uses a card map. So you lay out the cards and you're flying through different
okay.
zones, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so there's lots of choices from Thomas. You can even find these on Amazon.
Yeah.
Rather than ordering.
The books themselves are on Amazon.
Yeah.
If you want to have really good
The whole shebang.
Blue Panther's the way to go on that one for sure.
I mean, over here, Second Chance do some of the boxes and the rules as well.
Yeah, Second Chance does work with Blue Panther and getting some of the
They're in cahoots with Thomas and Blue Panther, so they can sort of get the stuff across.
Yeah.
Apart from the stuff at PunchCon, which didn't turn up, but he was a bit miffed out, Thomas.
And what was the latest game that you played that you had a really good time with from Thomas?
Oh, that would be. You can play it solitaire, but it is a very.
It's more of a multiplayer game, but there is a solitaire aspect.
But it is a fun family game.
Speed Kings.
Speed Kings.
Yeah, it is fun. Rude words abound when you play that with your friends. Yeah.
A couple of extra drinks as well. So
Yeah, played it with Colin. Colin Parsons is in the chat, the designer of the third volume of Fields of Fire, and Tweez. And we all had to calm down afterwards. It's good fun.
It's funny because the Lysander one,
game.
The one thing that Thomas always says, thank you, Dragon X.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The one thing that Thomas always says is when you're playing SOE Lysander, think like a pilot. If you're not if you don't think you can make it, turn around, go back, because you're not going to. You're going to get killed every
You
single
can't
time,
be Biggles in this. All right, you've got to be realistic about it. There you go. I hope you enjoyed it.
Colin says he was
Said
robbed.
he was
Yeah.
Don't spend it all at once.
Yeah, it was
All
good
right,
fun.
Tony. What's next on your list?
Well, you know what? You had mentioned, might as well, since the Mike Lambo games. So this one is the nice thing about Mike Lambo, and what I'm going to do is I actually have
There's a lot of choices
War
from
Game
him.
Vault. See,
Yeah.
honestly, to the point now, I'm just gonna buy him through War Game Vault because you can just print out all the stuff that you need.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to do because if these were spiral bound, which I've seen people do, they get these spiral bound and then they lay flat. But if it's in a book like this, it doesn't lay flat.
Yeah.
And also, if they update the artwork, it automatically, if you own the game, you get the updated artwork and stuff like that. But it's great because you get a map on one side and all the charts are on the other side. And you're trying, like, this one is the long range recon patrol. So it's Vietnam. I have the tank one.
He's doing fantasy things and medieval stuff and
space.
Crush the whole thing. Yeah.
I thought there was a medieval one.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a medieval one, and then I have the Battles of Britain. And that's like medieval Battles of Britain. So that one's actually hard. I have not beat the first.
That's got the oldie Sopworth camel in it, isn't it?
But he's got there's like Lone Sub, there's like Lone U-Boat, Lone Sherman, Lone Panther, and yes, I love them. They are so much fun. And honestly, a lot of people end up making their own artwork for them. So like these are the counters that I've printed out and made. Basically, print them on a sticker, grab some like thick cardboard, and cut them out. It's less than a half a sheet of counters. And if you go to
I tell you what you can use, I think I use them. You can get blank Scrabble tiles.
Yes. Yep.
And
you just got to watch the size. Make sure you get the right size.
Get them.
Ones. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I use the plastic Scrabble tiles in RAF, I think, to show the different sort of heights and things.
Yeah. Yep. That would work. Yeah. I mean, honestly, just print them on a sticker sheet and then cut them out and put
they're
them on
easy.
sticker.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Yep. He is done a phenomenal. And then if you want to figure out how to play him, he does at least one mission for each of the games, so you get to see them. So it's really, really cool. Mike Lambo does a great job with his games. They are really entertaining. They're fun. They're challenging, and usually he sets it up so it's like this one. It's easy to hard, and there's usually 10 missions per book. And you can replay them because a lot of times you don't know where you're cut. Like this one, you're getting dropped off, and you don't know where the EZ is until after you roll for it. So you might, and then the units come up differently and stuff like that. So they're really good for, like you can multiplay, replayability, and so the book is like, I think $20. If you go to War Game Vault, you get everything that's in the book, and you got to print off anyways. It's $10. And then whatever ink you use and stuff like that. So great game. Great. And they're easy to get started off with. So
behave yourself.
All right. So that was my any of the Mike Lambo book games.
That's cool. I know. I think I remember. I'm hearing echo as well.
Echo.
I think it's from Tony.
It must be because I don't hear it. So.
But I know, I believe Worthington also sells book solo games as well, like a Waterloo, Gettysburg. I think there's one, the Bismarck one. There's Race to, I think, On to Moscow is the name of it. And then there's a Guadalcanal one and a Coral Sea one, I think. I know some of them they've also put them in deluxe versions, like a full boxed game as opposed to just the book game. So
Dragon's made a great point. We're giving you, our favorites that we might think are good, but of course, World War II might not be your thing. So, pick an era, and there are solitaire games, I think, for most eras, so make sure these are only recommendations. Just if you want to get into solitaire war games, make sure you pick something you're interested in. Otherwise, it's going to be a slog, isn't it? So there we are.
Right. Yeah. Don't play something that you're not interested in.
Yeah.
That would not be good.
That would be like, this is horrible. Yeah.
That's correct. But yeah, these are just our recommended games that we've played, that we enjoy, that we think would
And the
be
chat
good
is
for
putting
people.
in their things. So, is anybody thinking of doing this in the chat that are being quiet and just watching what's going on? They think, oh, yeah, that sounds all right. Yeah, make sure you pick something that you're interested in history. You know, the era of history you're interested in.
All right, Ruff. What's your next one?
We're going where no one has gone before. I think this would be a great, because it's got crossover stuff in it.
Oh,
It's a very small for the sort of base game. That's what I'm talking about. It's very small. I think it's about 20 pages or 18 pages of rules. Great game. It's supposed to, you can play it with more than one person with the big map, but there are solo stuff, solitaire campaigns, and if you get the expansions, there's more and more solitaire expansion until up to the All Good Things, the last expansion, where you can, there's a new bot that you can use to play the multiplayer games with.
Who designed that one?
This is Jim Crone.
Okay.
I think bit of see, people have come across from other games might like it because there's a bit of bookkeeping as well. They go, oh, lovely. So you have to keep account of all what you're spending, what you're buying, what you're upgrading, all that sort of thing. But yeah, I think it's a great game.
Cool.
Especially if somebody who's not played a war game. Of course, there's war stuff in it. You have to shoot your enemies down, get rid of them.
Building an empire.
Yes. So yeah, I think it's a great game.
All right, I finally got my audio fixed. My speakers went out.
Good.
They like every time I tried to turn it up, it just goes straight down. So, anyways.
Oh.
So
well, yeah,
Ruff
that
did
sounds
the
like a cool
base
game.
What do you got? What? Yeah, the and I've heard even the extra stuff is pretty good, really good, like the expansions and stuff. But you wouldn't need it. So
Yeah, but you don't need it if you just want to play. The only thing you're going to do is there's only one solo game or solitaire. I was going to say solitaire game in the base part. In the expansions, you get different. I think that actually no. I think there's more. I'd have to check because they've combined all the rules into one rule book now. But yeah, I think it's a good game. You know, for people who have not played it, good for friends, family as well, because you can kick the 7 shades of what's name out of your father or your brother or your whatever, and they can do nothing about it because they just got to smile because you're family.
Well, for my next one, this is a game that Ruff has done a full playthrough on his channel. I believe, Tony, you did. I don't remember. But this one is a game that I think a beginner could slowly work their way through. Not play the whole thing in one go, but slowly work their way through. Amazing theme, amazing artwork. Love the cover specifically. Probably one of the best rule books, similar to Atlantic Chase having one of the best rule books, from the same guy, Skies Above Britain. Or if you want Skies Above the Reich, which is you're fighting American bombers over Germany with Messerschmitt 109s, or Storm Above the Reich with Focke-Wulf 190s. This one is Skies Above Britain is Spitfires and Hurricanes against the Germans in the Battle of Britain. And Ruff, you did. I remember you did a full playthrough of it, and because there's a campaign with it, but then there's a lot of scenarios for dogfighting, which is really easy. You don't really need a lot to play that.
Like Jerry's rules, it takes you. Now we're going to learn about dogfighting, so you need to read pages so and so to so and so, and come back here and play it. And it's great. Yeah,
absolutely. And then there's then you're fighting bombers. That is the next one. And then it slowly but surely adds more until you can play the full campaign. So I really don't think I'd love to know y'all's opinion of. I don't really think this would be difficult for someone to give someone that is brand new into the hobby and say, here, enjoy this. Because even when I opened the box and opened up the rule book, it told me exactly what to do.
Yeah, don't read the rule book. It says
exactly, which I like that, and definitely. So, but I have played Storm Above the Reich, and I kind of passed on it. It just
didn't
wasn't
like that,
really
did you?
my
No.
thing. But Skies Above Britain really grabbed me. Very, very cool, especially when you get in a dogfight and then you have to make a decision on.
Stop it, Nordic. I made it in the dear oh Lord.
Like you have to, when you're in a dogfight, you make decisions on where your plane's going to go and what kind of maneuver it's going to make, and then you don't know what's going to happen as you pull that card to see what the result is. But yeah, I just love the box cover too.
It's incorrect, but that's okay.
Well,
it's the wrong
but still,
Spitfire. It's the wrong Spitfire, I think.
Yeah, but it is really cool. So
it is a great game.
Yeah. What's your guys' thoughts on the game?
I love it, and as you know, I did it with all sort of friends and people that subscribe to me, and you guys and designers and all that. So yeah, it was great fun. It's a fantastic story, especially when Twee spent most of the game in the hospital. Along with Nordic. Was it Christoph? I can't remember.
With the nurses. Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, because that's one of the things that I liked about.
Well, that's what I'm trying next, Christoph. So I'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I was like,
that's it. We're doing hospital. Yeah.
Yeah, he was also in there a lot. No, honestly, they're two different games. Storm Above the Reich and Storm Above Britain, two totally different games. Two totally different games.
They are.
I like both. I think they both do what they're supposed to do very well. I actually have all three of them.
Yeah, me too.
I have Skies, Storms, and Skies Above Britain.
Yeah.
Just totally different games. And I do like the Skies Above the Reich. I have not played the Storm, but I have played Skies, and I did enjoy it. I like the fact that there are multiple, depending on where you're at in the war, there are multiple boards because the technology changed. They were more spread out in some cases, and as they got more down the line in the war, they became more compact.
Yeah.
So your fighters might get nailed from B-17s on another side. So to me, I really did like it. I can see it. It's not as I don't know. I can see why people might find like the Skies a little bit better because it's more.
It's also Spitfires and Hurricanes, for goodness sake. Come on.
It's Battle of Britain. And I know some people just aren't big on playing the Germans on certain things.
Sure.
But if you look at things from a military standpoint and not look at the political part of it, you can find very interesting things. Because yes, they were horrible people. Nobody's denying that at all. Militarily, though, if you look at a military, you have to understand what the military was doing, why they were so successful, at least in the first part of the war.
War is hell, as they say. Everybody did things they would rather not.
Now,
people have mentioned RAF in the thing. Fantastic game. Not sure it's good for somebody that's never played a war game before.
Now,
I'm going to say that
it is one of the best. One of the best. And get Stuka cards, sequence of play cards. Fantastic.
I will say that if you end up starting with Skies and then you want to go to the next level, RAF would be a good choice because RAF is more of a operational look at the entirety of the Battle of Britain from either side. You can play either side, but the cool thing, and I would love to do it someday, this will be after dissertation and all that when I have more time, is you can combine the play of Skies Above Britain with RAF. So you could have the operational, and then when the planes go into combat, you can fight it out in Skies Above Britain.
And I think Wolfpack Mike has actually done that.
Oh,
one of the GMT get together.
Yeah, Berticelli did. Yep.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Yep. So
Mike's a nutter though. I love Mike, but he's a nutter when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah.
He's brain's too big for me to cope with.
Comprehend.
Another good game. I don't think that's a beginner's game. Again, it's quite complex. You can find a copy. Crikey.
Here's what I am going to say though about this topic. If you find something you're really interested, if there's a solitaire game that's really interested because you're interested in the topic, go for
Go
it.
for it.
Yep. Don't go
Because
by
you're gonna-
what somebody says how hard it is, because it might end up being easy for you. So
It's what
if
I
you find
find very hard. This chap thinks it's a walk in the park, but there you go. See, horses for courses. But yeah, quite true.
but
My
yeah,
first
so
game,
if
my first game, war game, was Fields of Fire, and I muddled through it. And the first game I ever bought was Fields of Fire, and I muddled through it, and I thought it was wonderful. Probably played it incorrect from start to finish, but yeah, don't let anything put you off. Good thing about
Doesn't matter.
solitaire games, nobody's there to moan at you. You see.
unless you videotape it and put it on YouTube.
Well, then of course you open, like I do. You open yourself up to criticism, which is mainly nice. They're very kind.
Yeah.
So,
So,
well,
but
we're
no,
getting
it-
close to.
yeah.
I'm
Go ahead,
sorry.
Nate.
We're getting close to the hour. So,
Yep.
Oh, crikey!
Ruff, would you like to share with us on what happened today in history, or
I would
more
Go on.
specifically, British history?
go on say it. Well, funny you should mention that. I mean, you guys are mentioned a couple of times, but it's for those two things you get mentioned for. You know, it's that's about it really. There is one thing right at the end that has nothing to do with military history, but I thought it was very funny because of a series me and you love, Nate, Still Game. So there's that at the end. It did make me giggle, and I hope it makes you giggle as well, because you know who we're talking about in the series. Scottish comedy. So go watch it if you can find it on wherever.
Brilliant.
Still Game.
Brilliant show.
Netflix. It's on Netflix.
But on Netflix. Fantastic. Right. So we're starting at 1350. The Battle of Winchelsea, or Les Espagnols sur Mer. The English naval fleet under King Edward III defeats a Castilian fleet of 40 ships. God bless him. And then 1475, the 100 Years' War. The treaty, let's see if I can pronounce this correct. The Treaty of Picquigny formally ends the war between the kingdoms of France and England. And 1756, Frederick the Great attacks Saxony, beginning the 7 Years' War in Europe. And we know how that ended for Saxony. Yeah, poor things. They didn't last long at all. 1778, here we go. American Revolutionary War. British and American forces battle indecisively at the Battle of Rhode Island. I haven't got that one.
There's a game on that.
Yeah. Great battles in the American Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't get it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. And 1779, the year after, in the American Revolutionary War, or what we call We Was Robbed, American forces battle and defeat the British and Iroquois forces at the Battle of Newtown. Don't think that one's out. Has it been republished? I think it's an older game, isn't it?
Oh, it's in
no,
there.
it's in that one. There it is.
The
There
first
we
try
are.
back.
That's how much I know. Whizzing forward a few years. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Great. 1782, the British battleship HMS Royal George sank off Spithead with a loss of more than 900 crew while repairs were being carried out beneath the ship's waterline. So somebody messed up, punched a big hole, and the thing sank, and or probably, all hands virtually. 1861, American Civil War. The Battle of Hatteras Inlet Batteries gives federal forces control of Pamlico Sound, which is in North Carolina, I believe.
Okay.
Well, okay. Oh, I thought you'd go, yes, that's correct, Ruff. All right.
I'd have to
1806.
look that up.
All
I
right.
don't remember off the top of my head.
1807. British troops under Sir Arthur Wellesley, the old Duke, defeats a Danish militia outside Copenhagen in the Battle of Korsør, I think is how you pronounce it. It ended in a British victory. It is also known as Treskogsslaget, or the Clogs Battle, since many of the Danish militiamen threw their heavy wooden clogs away while they were fleeing. 1842, the Treaty of Nanking was signed between the British and the Chinese, ending the Opium War and leasing the Hong Kong territories to Britain. Opium was Britain's single most profitable commodity trade of the 19th century. And the word heroin is a trade name for it. It's not what it's called. That's what the British called when they sold it in chemists, heroin.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? 1914 now, World War One, start of the Battle of Saint-Quentin, in which the French Fifth Army counterattacked the invading Germans at Saint-Quentin, and you call it San Quentin, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
St. Quentin. 1918, World War One, Bapaume taken by the New Zealand division in the 100 Days Offensive. We don't hear much about. They should, shout them loud, shout them clear. The old Anzac troops are here.
Yep.
And then the last one, nothing to do with history, but it made me laugh. Well, military history. 2011, private security firm G4S, which is they look after prisons and things like that as well, and used to get money from banks, transport money around, sacked 2 members of staff who tagged the false leg of 29-year-old Rochdale offender Christopher Lowcock, allowing him to remove it and flout a court-imposed curfew for driving and drug offences, as well as possession of an offensive weapon. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
It's Winston.
Yes, Winston. Yeah. How can you put the
false leg on?
Thanks very much. Takes it off and hops along. Keeps the leg indoors.
Or he kicks the leg and it goes out the window down, and the and the guy steals all the money.
So I thought we'd make you laugh.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love that. Well, for my book that I want to share with everyone today, it's a little bit in the same theme as Skies Above Britain. That if you're interested in the Battle of Britain and in 1940, this might be a good book for you. It's an alternate history book of what if the Germans had made it across the Channel in the summer of 1940. It's called The Last Ditch, Britain's Secret Resistance and the Nazi Invasion Plans. This goes through, obviously, an alternate history, but this also includes, what were the actual British plans to stop the invasion? Where were installations set up? How were roads to be mined? And, how would they defend homes? And create ditches and tank ditches and everything across the English
army and all that sort of thing. The Home Guard. Yeah. Yep,
absolutely, the Home Guard. So it's a fascinating book to look at what could have happened and obviously why it didn't happen as well. Why the Germans were not able to get across. But alternate history books are in some sense kind of shunned by historians because it's not a real world, but it's important for historians to look at
what if it had happened,
what had happened, right? And what were the consequences, and how so many important decisions and so many important things in history really rely on just 1 or 2 decisions or 1 or 2 days or even minutes of certain days that could just change everything. So it's important to look at those as well. So interested in the Battle of Britain, Skies Above Britain's great game, RAF's great game. This would be a good book to read while you're playing it.
Tony, you got anything?
English cuisine. That's why.
Oi. We have our cuisine.
I actually have something a little different. I'm going to say it's a solitaire game because it is a solitaire game, but I think it's just different. It's a tin game. This is on Game Crafter. This is Missing in Action, and basically what it is, shot down behind the enemy lines and bleeding. bad. The Viet Cong left you for dead. Now you must cross the vast jungle and return to the base for hope of survival. And it's one of these mint games. So there's like, I think it's 9 cards that you randomly lay down, and you got to get from one side to the other. And of course, every time you play it, it's different. It's just a different game. Somebody had mentioned, so this is Josh Mellon. He actually designed this one. He also did, he did one like this that's a knife one, or a World War one, trench one, trench raid one. He's done F6 fighter game, and then somebody had mentioned Tour of Dice, which is a Vietnam dice solitaire game. So
stick them in your pocket when you go away. Yeah, great.
Yep, throw it in your pocket. Great for things for like travel. And it's really fun. A trench knife, yeah. Mike's got it. Trench knife. I knew there was a knife in there. So, but no, it's different.
Got it.
He doesn't have this one. He doesn't have this one. So, but like you get it, you have an Uzi, like seriously, it's kind of fun, and you have to find ammo as you're going through. It's really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I recommend it quite highly. So kind of a little add-on to a solitaire game. So again, it's mission and action, and it's on the Game Crafter.
Oh, okay.
So, and honestly, there's a lot of fun, different little games on the Game Crafter. They are pricey because they're kind of like they build them as you order them.
Yeah, and
so,
they are pricey for us guys over this side of the pond, you know, Europe and us, because of the shipping, of course.
The shipping.
But yeah.
But there's a ton of solitaire games. People basically, you don't have to get a signature. You don't have to go through a company. You can just go on there. I found a lot of cool games. I bought a fishing game, a card drawn fishing game, tournament fishing game, which was really cool. I got this one. I want to get the Tour D-Day dice, but it's not D-Day dice, but it's dice, Vietnam dice game. I want to get it, but it's kind of costly, and I'm kind of like holding off and kind of deciding I got to get through this before I haven't really bought much of anything lately.
No, nor have I. I've been very good. You know, but there we are. Too many games.
You were mentioning that about Worthington in the book games. Well, Ruff was reading off the British history. I actually pulled, so I did buy one. I bought Braveheart.
Oh, Braveheart. Oh, okay. So yeah, I remember seeing that.
You actually write in the book. You have like
that's the only thing that's put me off. You have to write in the book.
But they give you like 10 different copies of it automatically. So it's like 10 different, of the same one, and then you get 10 of 2 battles.
Well, I suppose you could print them off as well. I mean, the things
you could copy it if you wanted to. Yeah, I'll probably keep like all
or use a pencil.
One.
And, but even so.
But like honestly, I know you're like, yeah, but they're gonna do this, but like I've had this for a while, I've played it twice.
All right.
I've only used up two sheets. If you use all these up, you've got your money's worth. They're like
I suppose so. I mean, Thomas's games, I know we mentioned them earlier, where they're in the book and you sort of bending the book and breaking the spine. He's got his on BGG, so you can go and download the maps, download the counters. I assume Worthington would do a similar thing if you could print them off, and Mike Lambo's stuff you could print them off from BGG or somewhere like that. I would have thought
the maps and the counters, but nothing to do with the rules. Or
I agree.
No, that's fine. You just all you want is the maps and the counters, don't you? Yeah,
I tend to agree with this.
Nate, you would not like my library, especially the books I've used in class, because they are all written and underlined and annotated and flagged. And
I bet you turn down the corners as well to use as a book.
Only if I don't have my flags. Like I keep these with me anywhere I am and I'm reading because I flag the pages.
Man,
I've actually got a point where now I put these exactly the paragraph I'm referring to, so that way I don't have to underline.
Heathens.
Yep.
Hey Thomas, it's good to see you. Watch back. We got to mention your games.
We've been yakking your games on as well, so check back.
No, I don't highlight everything, making it pointless.
Why is all this orange? Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh man. I mean, I'm one of those people where even like I'm sitting in church watching people and they're all scribbling in their Bibles and everything like that. I'm like, I'm not doing nothing.
I can't do it in the Bible because the pages are too thin. I'm afraid I'm gonna like punch holes.
It's like cigarette paper, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I'm like,
but that, I mean, for you know, for a religious text to be defamed, or what they call it.
That's right. That's right. Yep, absolutely.
It would seem a no to most religions, I should think.
Yes. Ruff, what's your next game?
Oh, well, because it's been mentioned, and because
Ruff wants to know, did you mention the new title that's going into? Did Ruff mention the new title?
I've only just seen it. Hold on, let me get them up. I haven't got them on the computer. Is that the only reason you stopped by, Thomas? To new game?
And if you notice, he's on his personal account, not on his Historic Wings account, because it threw me off. I'm used to his thing.
It's called Spitfire Squadron.
Oh,
action over Dunkirk.
Oh, and nice.
It's sorry about this, Thomas. I didn't see them till we went virtually on air because I've been out and about. But yeah, it looks really good. Some of the counters there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Yeah, so typically sort of up to the usual standard of Thomas's games.
Yes, Meandering Mike, I do use pencil. Very sharp pencil. And I usually have a straight line, so it's not like
Nordic. I like Nordic's comment. Who doesn't enjoy the Battle of France 1940 besides the French?
I know, it's terrible. We do make fun of our French brothers, and quite rightly so, because especially for us lot over here, they're our most fought against enemy. So,
correct.
I tell all my students, and Nate, you should say the same thing to yours. If anybody asks who were the British fighting, if they say French, they're probably 90%.
There's a 90% chance they're right, or Spain, or even Netherlands. We've had to go out, and the Danes. We popped out to go everyone.
That's why I really loved, this was about 15 years ago, that on Google, it used to be a thing where you could type into Google French military victories and hit the I'm feeling lucky button. And then it would pop up with only one suggestion. And it would say, do you mean French military defeats?
Terrible. That's terrible. I mean, them and the poor Italians, they don't have a great time. But anyway.
No. So
we love you both. We love you both.
So speaking of, you mentioned a little bit of it, of the trench knife game. But if people are interested,
I was going to mention mine, wasn't I? Quickly, it's just going to be because you mentioned.
I'm so sorry. I got ahead of myself.
I wasn't going to do it, but what the heck's it gone? It's this one, because as a beginner, if you like naval convoy crap, and I say that with love, then this game might be for you, and it walks you through every rule that you need before you actually start playing the game. It builds on it and builds on it.
Such a brilliant game.
It's a great game. If you like naval warfare, if you like being either going after the convoys as the Germans trying to escape, or as the British fleet trying to stop them as these convoys come across, it has a really... If you're not into war games much, this might be good because it uses a mechanism that is completely different to most war games. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah.
You know, counter zones of control. It's completely different. Fantastic game. And don't be afraid. Like they said before, if you really like naval warfare, 1941, 39 to 42, then and it's got 60 pages of solo scenarios in it. So the others for 2 players, but
the way that game, it's not just you're in charge of like a fleet and you're battling out. It's instead you're sitting in the war office, whether you're the German player or the British player, and it's like you're receiving information constantly as the fleets are moving out in the Atlantic. And so you're trying to figure out what's going on. And it's just a giant game of cat and mouse. And it's so much fun, especially when you think that you've caught the enemy.
You've got a trajectory of what you think that you lay out the trajectory of the convoy, and you think, but time you get there, has it gone past or hasn't it got there yet? Because the info, it's a fantastic game.
And it's like when you think that you've caught the enemy, all of a sudden you lose the initiative. You might lose the initiative, and the enemy might be able to sneak right by you.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant. And not only that, it has the operational level, but then there's the battle system as well, where there's a simple battle where you can fight it out and throw dice, but then there's advanced battle rules, so you can get like you hit the guy's rudder, or you hit the guy's radar, or you deploy more smoke, the formation of the group of fleets. So lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, Empire moves. It's a good point. If you learn that as your first game, it might put you off slightly when you learn more traditional sort of war games. It might do. I don't know. You just have to sort of click your head in for that, and then click it to another notch to learn something else. They're not all the same, war games. I know it feels like it sometimes, but they're not all the same.
But I will say Atlantic Chase probably, I think I can be definitive on this, has the best rule book in wargaming.
I think it's even better than Skies Above Britain. I was a little disappointed, not many, but just a little disappointed that it wasn't quite like Atlantic Chase. That's how good it is. But whether or not it's for a beginner, if you're into naval warfare, give it a go, because you'll be playing it for months.
Yep. Oh, it has. Yeah, that's right. The tutorial book walks you through everything. Just a great.
I've done all the tutorials.
How much good it is.
I've done all the tutorials on my channel, because I thought if I'm learning it, I might as well video the blooming thing. And they're all on my channel, all the tutorials. So if it was interest to you, then check them out.
Yeah,
I mean, you get yourself into.
Yeah, mention that. Yeah, so clear. The rules are so clear that you could pick it up after a year, and you could. I mean, I did earlier in the summer. I had a friend over, and we had some time after we finished a game, and I pulled out Atlantic Chase and taught it to him in about 10 or 15 minutes. And then we played a scenario a few times over, switching sides like that. And he had a lot of fun. He had a lot of fun with it. So much so that I had the second printing of it and the first printing of it. So I just gave him the first printing of it so that he could play it on his own. And great game.
It is.
Hey, Mark
Herman, how you doing, sir? Art Noon.
Good to see you. Was gonna mention it. I'm glad he's here. Was gonna mention a game of his. But is it my turn?
Yes, because I just did Atlantic Chase. Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, they're all in. They're all coming in. They've been to a designers convention. They just got kicked out the pub, haven't they? That's what's happening.
That's right. So, Tony, you mentioned about the game Trench Knife, and in the same vein, if you are interested in World War I and you're looking for a solitaire game for that, then why not try Trench Raid?
I 100% concur on this. This is a great
such a great game. So the way that the game is here, let me kind of I might be mentioning that that you are in your trench, and it's at night, and you're going to roll to see what mission that you and your guys, your company of men, are going to do. And it might be you need to go and raid the enemy trench across, or there's a sniper out in no man's land, or there's a soldier hurt in no man's land. You have to go find him. There's all kinds of different mission objectives. And each time you step out into no man's land, each individual place, the hex that you're in, you roll to see what's there, and you don't know. And so it's an amazing story that develops. Each of your men there's a card for each of the men, so you can customize them before, give them a name, and give them special skills before you go out into the trench, into no man's land. It can be brutal for sure. I still remember the first time I played it. We'd gotten our objective. We'd killed a sniper out in the middle of no man's land. Was coming back, and two of the guys in the back of the column stepped over an unexploded bomb, and they blew up. So it was the end of them. But the raid was successful, except I lost two guys.
Yeah, as Jerry says, it's almost RPG, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
I almost describe it as it's sort of like a dungeon crawler.
Yeah,
but in World War One.
Stop it now.
Oh, good comparison. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of really cool stuff. The
one thing that's really brutal on that game is the artillery. Like, I think I was doing one or two missions, and I got artillery blasts, like two of them in one raid, and I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, I think I had 3 fully survive out of the 9 that you go out with, and I had a couple make it back secondarily. Like one guy tried to get him back. But yeah, it is definitely. Yeah.
But it is kind of like I saw some people mention in the chat.
Is it complex?
No.
Oh, great.
No, that's not at all.
There you go, guys.
It's a very light RPG, as some people have mentioned in the chat. And if you get this game and you really like it and like the system, there is another game in now. This is a series that Compass is coming out, and the next one is Tunnel Rats for the Vietnam War. So you go down in the tunnel, and that has there's like tiles that you set out on the tunnel, so you never quite know what's coming out there. So yeah, really, really interesting and wonderful solitaire game.
Yeah, I was interested. I had been holding off, and I think I saw it for sale pretty inexpensive, and also I noticed that people were running out of it. So I picked it up, and then I played it, and I kind of got bored the first time coming back, but then that third mission I did, I got sucked into it. So yeah.
I've still got my birthday money from June burning a hole in my wallet, so I may be visiting.
I'm the same way, Ruff, from July. I have birthday money from July that I still have left, and I don't know how I still have it left. But other than the fact that I've kind of, there's nothing that's jumping out at me to buy anymore. Things aren't really auto buy anymore because I have got enough.
But that game, you two keep going on about it. Carbon Commander.
It's one of those things. I think it's worse. And when he said you drowned in the mud, Ruff, you drowned it in the mud on his game. Yes. I laughed my ass off when that happened. I was like, Ruff got killed by being suffocated and sinking into the mud. Yes, you did. Yeah, because he played a series where he had all of us on there. And Ruff, you
missed that.
died.
Oh dear. Right.
I don't think I'll watch it
now. No.
We were in a crater, and it just went. So yeah.
Oh.
All right. So the next game I've got is from.
We're everywhere, mate. Over here, we're everywhere.
And honestly, I've only got one. There's 3 of them out there right now, but the first one I've got was Stalingrad. The Mike Ranella game, Advance to the Volga, 1942, all solitaire. You are the Germans trying to get Stalingrad. So it's really good, really fun. I do enjoy it. I was like, do I need the other 2? It's like, but the one that I thought I would want to do would be Manila, because it's the Americans in the Philippines, and apparently that's a little different. There's some differentness to it. So the other one was to Berlin, and I'm like, really, Germans and Russians again? And like, I kind of felt, I was worried that it was the same game with a different theme, like just a different skin.
Just put another sort of cover over it, the same rule.
Same game reskinned.
So I think the Manila one, the one in the Philippines, because it's along the bay, there's some naval parts to it. I might end up picking up that one if I find a cheap one, but I thought it was fun. I had a blast with this one. there's enough. It's like tension is like you're going into a new area. You don't know what's underneath there. Yeah, it's really good. Oh, Ted says Berlin is different enough to enjoy it in Stalingrad. It's more than okay. Good. I always worry
good to
about
hear.
that.
Good to hear.
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, Manila adds a counterattack mechanic, but I'm less interested. Yeah, the more I play, the more I do research and everything, the Pacific has become more of an interest to me because I just don't know it. I've actually admitted that I'm tired of teaching about Normandy, about the East Front, about the West Front, because I do a World War II class in the fall for seniors. And last year, I think I spent the first quarter all on basically China and Japan before the war even started because these kids knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know a whole lot about it, so it made me learn about it. So they found it interesting. So we read portions of The Rape of Nanking, and there's a kind of a documentary where they have actors reading people's like diaries and stuff. And so yeah, I'm getting into that. So I've got that going. So yeah, the Pacific is starting to get there. I'm really finding interest, mainly because both my grandfathers were in the Pacific in the Navy. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay,
cool.
Yeah, I think I think we get over inundated with East Front, with Normandy, with the West Front, with Europe, and I do think the Pacific kind of gets.
Unlike Nate, I think the Mediterranean and North Africa is good. Is a good thing for me. But I'm getting into the Pacific. I'm thinking about getting that game. What do you call it? The one where the kamikaze people come in.
Oh, the Picket.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that. That and Trenchfoot, I think. Sorry, Trench Raid.
I mean, Ruff, this is not a solitaire game, but Ruff, don't forget that Mark does have a game on the Mediterranean that he is working on. So, and it's I believe it's the Empire of the Sun kind of mechanics in it. So I think it'll be a very, very interesting game.
Yes. Yes. And like most of Mark's games, I will probably get it. Looking forward to Thunderbolt. Playing that.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Don't forget. Yeah.
Game, but
if you like Atlantic Chase, there is Pacific Chase coming out.
Yep.
So, Ruff, what's your next game?
Well, people
mentioned cat is right nearby. I heard a meow.
Yeah. Did you hear it? Yeah. He's
I did hear it. Yes.
Oh, he wants his treats. Oh, bless him.
Apparently, my mic doesn't work very well, but Ruff's mic works really well.
Yeah, I don't know. Mrs. R's gone for the minute. That's why he's come and pestering me.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not the one that jumped on the table a couple of episodes back.
I remember that.
And climbed all over my shoulder. Again, because they want something. Not because they love me. It's because they want something. People have mentioned this.
Oh, Target for tonight.
I'm not sure because there's a lot of tables in this. So you are just following tables in this. But because of that, it gives a great narrative. People don't like it because there's not many decisions. The dice are running the game, but there are a heck of a lot of tables.
Good to see you, Cobra Commander.
Are you off?
Yep, he's heading out.
All right, see you later, matey. But you can download this sort of flow chart, which takes you through everything you have to do. So you do this, you do this, you do this, and if this happens, you go down. That's it's a double-sided thing. It's been modified by a chap called Nolan Bryant from the Lou Cariga, which has been out years, this thing. But if you're going to play this game, get this, because you just have to go, oh, okay, create a bomber. What am I doing? I'm doing a campaign. It tells you how to do that, what to read, your target, just walks you through it. If you don't like that so much, I'm sorry I'm doing two because I'm a bit cheeky, but this is a cracking game.
Oh, the game was banned in Argentina.
It's not really. This is a great advertising thing.
It is.
It wasn't really. Unlike Fifth Gear guys who I think are actually banned from Argentina when they went there. This is great. Again, it's a States of Siege game. You're trying to keep everything back. You're trying to get to a couple of objectives. And what I like about this, it's the thing is with this is you've got to either been there, watched it, because a lot of Americans don't know about the Falklands War. Although some of them, like Tony, is getting more and more interested in this war of ours. But yeah, another great game again by Mr. R. Ben Medicine, and published by White Dog Games. So
and
I really enjoyed it, but those games, there's it kind of right at the everything's good until the news feed comes, and then it gets kind of
you get the news coming through, and sometimes the same old. But as a game for a starter, and I've done a playthrough of that as well on the channel, it's great.
Yeah,
not too crunchy at all.
Yeah, they were asking, by the way, if P500 is the Atlantic Chase is on the P500. I'm trying to find out where it is in the stock right now.
Make sure you P500 Volume 3 of Fields of Fire as well with the Paris.
Like that needs any more. Like that needs any more P500s.
So I'm glad that Mark Herman's here, because he put it in the chat. I was going to mention the Peloponnesian War. There is a 2-player version of this, but this is really a solitaire game. One that is still very unique in the solitaire wargaming part of the hobby, where you start out as one side, and if you do well, but you don't do really well, you might end up switching to the other side and playing as them. And that can happen a few times in the game. I played this, the 2-player version, with a friend earlier in the summer. And then I played it solo as well. And it's a very interesting game, because there's a lot of different strategies that you can take in the game. But yeah, the Peloponnesian War is one of those conflicts that there's been a number of games on them, but I do sense, from knowing the history and having seen other games, that this one, I think, covers it probably the best, at least in my opinion so far, of the games that I've come across. It's got a great map. Really enjoy the counters. It's easy to get into as well. It's a very procedural. You have to follow the procedure as listed in the sequence, but very, very, very rewarding game.
Now tell me, how did that play 2-player? How was the 2-player part to that game?
So the 2-player removes a couple of there's a couple of rules exceptions to the 2-player part, but as Mark just said, the 2-player part, though, it's I don't know how to say it. Like, you can tell that when you're playing the 2-player, it's certainly a solitaire original game. And the 2-player, I don't know if I would say start with the 2-player. I would certainly start with the solitaire version. The 2-player one only makes it a little more interesting, because you're battling a person as opposed to a bot. And we tended to do was, maybe it was because both of us knew the history, and so we knew the different strategies. So we kind of were trying to figure out sort of ahistorical strategies, because we knew that, the Athenians like to come down and raid the Peloponnesian coast line of the Spartans, and the Spartans are trying to cut off Athens. Okay, is there anything else that we can do? And so it was I thought it was a little more interesting. But maybe it's because we both knew about the conflict so much. But yeah, certainly start with the solitaire version of the game, and then add the 2-player if you want to.
Okay, yeah, because Natalie's interested in that time period, and I have that, and so I was really interested in seeing how well it plays 2-player.
I think it did.
Okay.
We had zero issue playing it 2-player.
Okay, because I think it would be fun to because Natalie likes the Greeks and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
like,
There's
She likes
ships
the
in it. It
Greeks
makes me
because
mad.
she just whips your backside every time she plays them.
yeah, so that's not untrue. That is not untrue. Command and Colors Ancients, she beats me hard time. We did play Undaunted Normandy once, me and her, and I won, but she started like she was like, I was just playing around to figure out how things worked. And so we really got to get back to that one because it was good. So yeah.
Oh, good, Nordic. I'm glad the Goldsworthy's newest book on Athens and Sparta was good. I haven't had a chance to read it, but
you're reading
my favorite.
stuff about Attila the Hun still. Like you're
Yeah.
still reading that stuff. You got to
Yeah.
be close to that. Got to be.
Oh,
close.
very close. We'll be done by Christmas. So, Tony, what's the next game on your list?
I've got Rough pulled Malta Besieged. I pulled one of the first games in that series, the States of Siege series, and by all means, I would say it's probably the easiest one to learn, and that is Soviet Dawn.
Again, I'm
So-
looking at that as well. I'm thinking, oh,
Yeah, so this is the deluxe edition. I don't know. I bought it because I had an excuse to buy it. I'm doing all my States of Siege games, so I had to buy the nice one. I have the C3I edition as well. So because C3I did an edition, but kind of
Yep.
like the hard mounted map and stuff. But by all means, I think this is the easiest one to learn because there's really not a whole lot of extra stuff to it. So what's neat is the States of Siege games, after you hit this one, they're all got something new and something different. This is kind of like, I know Israeli Independence was the first one, but this is kind of like the one that everybody knows about and has been reprinted and everything like that. And it's gone through 3 or 4 iterations, but the grand scheme of things, it's still all the same and really, really good game. So if somebody's getting into games, solitaire games, I thought this one was really good. Really, really good. So again, 3 decks. You have the morning, evening, night, I think is what it is. Yeah, you can get through the first deck, no problem. Second deck can be questionable. Third deck can throw you out the window.
as
So,
they
like,
all do.
They all do. They all do. Because generally you're feeling good, and then all of a sudden because like usually the third deck, like 3 or 4 of the lines activate instead of just 1 or 2, or they activate one line activates twice.
And the
you're
great thing about these States of Siege games is you get, you might fall on the first deck because you're still learning the game and everything, but then you get to the stage where you get through the first deck and you go, yes, and then the second deck murders you, and you go, oh, yeah. And then you eventually get through the second deck, and that's the best feeling. And then you get the third deck, and it's unless you're very lucky. But that's what makes them fun because you think, "Sod, I'm going to try it again."
Yeah,
But see,
and I really do like the States of Siege series. My favorite one by far so far, which is the oddest one of them all, is Mound Builders, which is about the indigenous tribes in
the
North
Mississippian.
America. Yeah, because what's cool is the first half of the game you're spreading out, and then the second half of the game you're trying to keep them from coming back in.
Yep.
And whenever I go down to St. Louis to meet with Mitch or whatever, I drive by Cahokia every time because it's right off of 70. Or
The
70.
Poverty Point.
I think so. Yeah, it's like right near the Mississippi, and like when you're driving, it's like Cahokia. I'm like, I gotta stop one of these days, but usually it's like either 8 at night or 6 in the morning. Never. So, but yeah, no, I that's probably the coolest one. It's the neatest one, but I do like them all. They all are different and they all feel different every time you play them.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I was teaching on the Mound Builders earlier in the week and mentioned to my class that, hey, if you want a cool game on it, go buy Mound Builders.
Yeah, good luck finding
Including
it
the
without paying
name
a
there,
fortune.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
I like the other name that people have called them, the Da Vinci's of the Dirt.
I've never heard that. I kind of get that. Yep.
So who were these guys? Are they the indigenous?
Yeah, the Mississippian tribes, like a whole group of them along the Mississippi River. They built these very large, elaborate mound cities that you. It's still like kind of uncertain necessarily what the reason for some of the mounds were, what significance they had, but it's estimated that it's probably for religious reasons that they built them a certain way, but they look fascinating. They're still around.
Yeah.
And the game is a good easy game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fun game.
There you go. That's an off the mainstream game from
even Meandering Mike likes it too. It's got an expansion phase and then inevitably the 5-path collapse of the States of Siege.
Well, that's what happens in States of Siege. You think you're winning, then you're not.
Nordic, I did. Yep, I did as well. Yep, taught about them. So, Ruff, what's the next game on your list?
Well, I've been seeing it mentioned a bit in the chat, and it's got its problems. But for somebody that's never played a war game and wants a Hollywood experience with a fantastic narrative, because you pick your squad, you equip them, you pick a mission, and you pick how long this mission's going to be. And you're right, Coy. The problem with this game is the rules.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. If you buy it new, you get the new what is it, boot camp book or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to understand now.
So I've done a couple of playthroughs on my channel again. The narrative, it just springs in your mind as somebody goes towards this. It's like a card system, which is your map, and you're moving along sort of horizontally along the map, and enemies appear vertically on that card. It's a bit abstract, but you forget about that and the story it tells. Because my playthroughs, I don't script them; they just happen, and you just talk and think that Jonesy is going to go forward and see what you can see, and all that sort of thing. So now it's been evidently improved because they combined all the rules with modern and World War II and this, that, and the other, and it was very confusing for new players. But now, if you buy the Warfighter World War II, you get the World War II rules again. Yeah, is that how it works?
Yep.
Plus the boot camp to walk you through all the things. It's a solo game, so if you get it wrong, who cares?
Yeah.
But the
also,
story,
you download them on BGG now, for the individual games, because there's like the PMC, there's the World War II. The World War II is one I'm interested in, anyways.
And the Pacific I quite like as well.
Yeah. Even though the Pacific is kind of fun. Yep. And if there's something you're interested in, they've got a box.
Yeah, they've got a box for it. But World War II Europe and World War II Pacific are my favorites. Modern's okay, but there's lots of extra stuff. There's lots of expansion packs. They go, they make a mint out of selling new expansion packs.
Just waiting for the Warfighter Roman one.
But you never don't give them any ideas. For goodness'
You know how
sake.
many expansions they could have on that?
Yes, they tell me about it. But you don't need them if you buy the core box. That'll keep you going for many a month, and then suddenly you'll go, I think I'll get some New Zealanders, or I get some.
Just go to BGG and down. If you figured it out, great. If you haven't, go to BGG, download it. It's really easy. They've really clarified it. The guys that has done a great job with it. Originally, they weren't going to do anything about it, and then this guy just made it so much better. It really,
a bit like Fields of Fire. Some fans took it over,
So
the Clovis and Folsom piece, interesting.
So for mine, one of my favorite solitaire game designers is, and we've mentioned him a little bit ago, Arbin Madison for White Dog Games. That I really enjoy his solitaire games. A lot of history involved in them. Two of them that I think would be great for beginners, but really anybody, really in general, is if you want to fight all of World War I, Kaiserkrieg, the Great War 1914-1918. This is from the Central Powers point of view. So the Germans, the Austro-Hungarians, and the Ottomans. We're getting there, Coy. So you fight them, trying to hold off the Allies, the British and the French and the Russians, and then the Americans and others. So really, really fascinating game, especially when you got like the naval aspect is there as well. You got the air aspect is in the game as well. Lots of cool events happen in the game. And then there's the World War II version, Global War, where you are the Allies and you're trying to stop the Axis. And fascinating game. Lots of cool history in it. My favorite part of Global War is the Battle of the Atlantic, where you send out convoys to try to bring in money so you can keep, attacking. And then you roll on this U-boat table and it tells you where the Germans are going to set out U-boats and battleships like the Graf Spee or the Bismarck or the Prince Eugen or whatever. And they always end up on spots that I put my convoys in, and so lot of really cool stuff in these games. Plus, the cool thing is that if you like these solitaire games, Ben Madison has also gone and made Hex Encounter full-blown versions of these, where Kaiserkrieg is Death in the Trenches and Global War is Absolute Victory. All from both of those from Compass Games. These are from White Dog Games. So yeah, very, very, very cool games.
Yeah.
So I think we might have time for one more round.
Okay.
I really don't.
I think
I don't have much. I don't have anything else.
I was just going to say, somebody
mentioned
mentioned in the chat that DVG haven't got it on the website. I think DVG have got a lot of things to do to try and tighten up what they do. And because a lot of people do love their games, so
I just put a link in for the modern new recruit manual. That's the guy that made it. So this is it, and so the link's in there. So if you have the modern, this is the new version of the rules.
Is there one for Europe?
Yeah, there's one. Yeah, that one's easy because it's the first one. It's the revamped rules. So this one is the new recruit. I think he did this one first, but yeah. Anything by Blue Maxima is the new is the guy who's doing it.
Coy, you tinker, because we started late because we were yakking in the green room.
Mm-hmm.
We started 5 minutes late.
Well, Ruff, do you have any additional games you want to mention?
Well, again, DVG beginner. Yeah, there's a bit of. It's another sort of states of no, it's not because it's a David Thompson game. He called it something different. It's based on the States of Siege. I forget what.
Valiant.
Valiant Defense.
Valiant Defense.
Yes. Valiant Defense.
The one I love.
I have one of them.
The one I love is this.
The Pavlov's
House.
Yeah.
Because
I've done a playthrough of this, and of course Stukas appear, and I'm shouting Stukas, when they turn up, and it's great fun. Great narrative. Again, they're trying to stop the advance of everything, trying to push people back. You lot are getting injured and passed, killed, whatever. So, yeah, it's a fun game. It really is.
Very cool. I think there's a digital version of that as well.
Yes, there is on Steam, I think. But again, there is some rules to it. It's not, it's not. But again, as you say, you're playing it on your own. So if you mess it up, who cares? Who knows?
Yeah. Because there's, I think someone mentioned there's 5 in the series. I think there's like Castle Itter.
Yeah, I've got that. Stukas! And they bomb everywhere you don't want them to bomb.
Of
You've
course.
got to bring supplies across the river.
Landsworth Ridge is another one. That's the one I have.
Postman only knocked twice. No, that's a film.
The newest one is the Guadalcanal. It's part of the series. Vince Cooper actually designed it instead of David Thompson. But
is that for DVG?
Yes, he did. He did Field Commander Robert E. Lee. He also did a couple. I think one other one as well. But he did Field Commander Robert E. Lee as well. So yep.
Bye, Mark. Good to see you.
Yep.
I have not used the bots for the coin games. I want to, but I have not. I usually play my core coin games four-handed anyway.
But
So.
we're looking at games that you don't, that are
Mm-hmm.
specifically solitaire. And
Now, I want to mention
Greasy Flight. I mean, Pavlov's House is great. The other one I've got is Castle Litter. That's a nightmare, especially if you're colorblind. So
Oh,
David had to bring out a thing on BGG, a sheet saying this is red, this is green, this is whatever. But yeah, Pavlov's House, good fun.
North, that's a good one. Prime Minister's a good one. But I want to mention before the show ends, when I get about 10 minutes left, is this is certainly, I've left the best for last, for at least on my opinion, that if you are really interested in getting into wargaming and you want a great solitaire game, in fact, there's 2 games in this series already. There will be a 3rd game here coming next year. And you love the Roman Empire. You think about it every day, just like I do, every hour of every day.
Evidently,
evidently,
men think about the Roman
Correct.
Empire every 15 minutes or something.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I remember that trend going a few years ago. That was really fun. It is, yes. I'm sure everyone in the chat can guess it from me. Is Rome Inc. Such great games. The first one, Rome Inc., covers from Augustus to Diocletian. So this is the early and to the height of the Roman Empire. And then there's Rome 2 Inc., which is from Diocletian to Heraclius, which covers the late Roman Empire and the fall. I need to get out. The fall of the Western Roman Empire. And what makes these games great, one, is that the sequence of play is printed on the game map in the top corner, and you literally just follow it. It is very comprehensive. It tells you exactly what to do.
Now Tweez, sorry to interrupt, said he had a bit of problem with the first one, quite understanding what was going on. I think I got that right. And if I haven't, Tweez, and you watch this later, apologies.
I think I will say I was a little confused myself when I first started.
That's down to the rules, not to the complexity of the game.
Correct. It's down to the way that the rules are structured, because it's kind of trying to show you all the concepts first, and then it starts to walk you through the sequence. So it can be a little confusing as you're trying to go through, but you just follow it step by step and it will eventually click. And you get a lot of agency in the game, not so much necessarily on the events that happen or even the different wars that pop up throughout the Roman period for both games, but you get a lot of agency in terms of where are you going to place your legions? Where are you going to place your military assets? Where are you going to place governors? Are you going to pay for bread and circuses, so to speak, to keep the empire together? And so there's just a lot going on in these games that it's just a really cool narrative. Yes, once you get your head around it, it's very, very fun. Plus, the neat thing too is that you can combine them. So you could start with the beginning of the Roman Empire and play it all the way to the end of the Roman Empire, converting one game into the other. And for me, is very, very cool is the next game in the series coming out from Against the Odds magazine is Rome LLP, which covers the Roman Republic from 509 BC all the way to Augustus. So,
tinker.
So you could, if you get all 3, you could play the entirety of the Roman state from the Republic to the end of the empire. So
can you play as Maximus Decimus Meridius?
And you have your revenge on the barbarians.
And what about Bicker Stickers? Is he in it?
Oh my God! History of the World Part 2, or History of the World. Melbrook.
Part 1. History of the World Part 1.
Part 1. Yep.
No, that's from.
But that's Monty Python though.
That is Monty Life of Brian. Life of Brian. Yes.
But the one thing in the game that might give people pause is you do have to go through and roll for every province each turn to see whether or not it's going to revolt. But you don't have to really roll for every province, especially if you know the table well enough. As you get into it, you kind of know I don't need to roll for that. So, yeah.
That's the other
But-
one. Sorry.
That was my soapbox to how much I.
No, that's cool.
love
That's cool. I'm do I
There
play
are
that
honestly
GBO?
there are so many, and Ruff, I know you'll agree, and Nate, you're finding this out. There are so many good solitaire games out there nowadays.
And
We
all
are
I
in
can
a-
hope is if there are any newbies in the chat that we don't know. We had a few new names I've not recognized before. Great to
Mhm.
see you, by the way.
Yep.
I hope they think, oh yeah, it's not all 70 odd pages of rule books or very crunchy or whatever. Yeah, go gently into that whatever that poem was.
Yep.
Go
Go-
gently into
yeah.
that great good night.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
do wanna
That's
mention-
no, that's a death one. I can't. No, that's terrible. It's when you die. That one. No, sorry, I don't mean that.
I
yeah,
did want to mention.
Just go gently.
I did want to mention. I forgot to answer. Dragon X had a question of what's the average play time for the roaming games.
Yeah.
It could be 2 to 3 hours, especially once you know the rules. It'll take longer on your first play, but really 2 to 3 hours. It's not hard.
But then
10
a Euro
turns for
will
each
take
game.
that, won't it? A Euro will take that.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yep. So, yeah, this has been fun. I mean, 2 hours has gone by fast. Lots of cool solitaire
Mhm.
games. We
Yeah,
really
lots in
only
chat as
scratched
well.
the
Yeah,
surface.
brilliant. Had a good
Um,
goodly amount of people watching this nonsense, which is great to see you, Irish Death. Yeah,
Yeah,
great to see
great to see you. So, gentlemen, what's coming up on your channels? Anything new that's coming up this week or anytime soon between now and the next show?
Well, I think anytime soon might be a more pertinent phrase because I'm going to try this thing. Oh, here we go. Going to try this. It's on the table now. Going to try it, see what I think of it. Had it for a while. Bought it at PunchCon, I think, a couple of years ago. And great to see you, Greasy. Great to see you. See how we go.
Cool.
I mean, again, this isn't a complex game. You're just following a rotor of things.
Ooh.
I don't. Yeah, see, he plays monster games. I
Nate,
haven't got the
add
room.
that to the list. Add that to the list. We've got a list. Nate came up with a great list. So yes, if that's not on that list, it should be on that list.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah.
should be on there. Yeah.
It might end up being only me talking.
Yeah, I
about
know. We were sitting there. I've been drinking this, going lock and load every
I
song.
have
lock and
played.
load.
I've played enough. I've played enough.
You have,
monsters
yeah.
here and there. Yep. So
you.
now have I completed them? That's
Well,
a different story. But I've played them.
that's right. You've played the entirety of the campaign of North Africa, right? From start to
Oh
finish?
yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Twice. Yeah.
Twice.
Yep.
Twice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
twice,
hoping
yeah.
if it works out, I'm going to do a playthrough of it. Yeah.
So Nate's channel, mine is Tony's Board Life, like it says. So just type in Tony's Board Life and you'll be fine. It'll come up. Nate, which one do you want to give?
Yeah. So it'll be the Command Post podcast. You can just type that into Google or into YouTube and subscribe there, so you'll always have the next show ready to go for you.
And make sure you've crunched that like button, and because it helps us out. Helps tickle, as I say, tickle the algorithm.
Thank you, Nordic, for making sure we got the right board. Because yeah, I like to play on the word.
Let's just play on words. Yes.
Yeah, Greasy, it's nice to have you here. Deathwish, great to have you here. If anybody
to
else
see
is
all the
new
new
that we
people.
didn't get
Yeah.
to, really appreciate you guys coming in. Not sure when our next show is. We'll announce it pretty soon. I think next week is okay, but I'm not quite
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you, Christoph.
Thank you. So we'll find out for sure, and we'll make sure it gets announced and everything like that. So it's all good. And then yeah, no, it was really fun. I like this topic. The problem was I was like, okay, what do I consider a newer game? Like I'm like, I love there's a ton of solitaire games I love, but some of them are definitely heavier than others.
Yep.
But then I'm like, you know what? I'll get some of the lighter ones, but I definitely, like we said, if you find the topic that you want to play, that you're really interested in, it's worth digging into some of the more complex games. And if you go in understanding that you're going to take some time to learn it, it's a lot better. Don't think you're going to pick it
Yeah.
up right away.
Yeah.
And always play it multiple times because you will catch stuff you missed the first time.
But as I say, if you're playing solitaire, you make a mistake, either start again or just carry on, and just as long as you're having fun with it, this is that's the message, I think. Get people playing these, and war games have got a bit of a bad press, but they don't need to be.
I get the Centurion.
Oh, you've got a Roman helmet.
What?
Personal. It's a bit personal, isn't it? You've got a Roman helmet.
I don't.
That's all right then.
All right, guys, we got to get going. I've got dinner reservations that I got to go get changed for. So, everybody, thank you so much for coming on. Ruff, Nate, it's always fun to see you guys. I always miss when we don't get to see each other.
Always. And remember, guys, in the chat, we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Great that you joined us tonight.
All right, see everybody later.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.